Hello students, let's work this problem together. Esteban wants to buy a television. Amazon offers 80-inch TVs with different discounts. The original price and discounts for the televisions are as follows. Television brand. Sony has an original price of $2,100. Samsung has an original price of $2,300. So there are two different discounts. Discount one, you can get 10% off the original price and then receive a rebate for $80. And discount two, you can get 8% off and of the original price and then receive a rebate for $120. Which brand and discount did Esteban choose if he paid $1,990? So let's look at our question again. Which brand and discount did Esteban choose if he paid $1,990? So we need to choose a brand and a discount. Okay, so since we have to choose which brand and which discount, we're going to have to apply each of the discounts to each of the brands. So let's start with our Sony. Our Sony is $2,100. So if we take the first discount, we would get 10% off. So let's start with that percentage and let's make a percent bar. So I'm just going to draw a bar here. This bar will represent between 0 and 100%. And as we saw, 100% of the price or the original price of the television would be $2,100. And what we're going to get on discount one is 10% off. And so we're going to try to find X, and this will be how much we get off. And I'm going to label a couple of things. One, this is what I'm going to pay for Sony with discount one. Okay, so I am going to set up my proportion, and I have the price $2,100 for 100%. So how much would it be for 10%? So that's X over 10 equals 2,100 over 100. There are a couple of relationships that we can easily see here. You can choose one to help you solve for X. So an easy one that I see is 100 times what gives us 2,100. Or if we're looking at this, we can see that if we divide both of them by 100, right, that would be 21. So 100 times 21 gives us 2,100. So then on this side, we can use the same relationship, 10 times 21. And 10 times 21 is 210. So X equals 210. So that, remember, X is the amount you're going to get off. So we're going to get $210 off. $210 off for the percentage discount. There is also an additional rebate of $80. So we are not done yet with that discount. So we're going to go ahead and we have $2,100. That's the original price. Minus, we figured out $210 is going to be for the 10% off. So we subtract, we have to regroup and borrow. 20 minus 2 is 18. So we have 1,890. And then, so remember, this is for the coupon right here in blue. And now we're going to do a rebate. And the rebate is money back. So we're also going to subtract. So now we're going to subtract minus $80. Those $80 are coming from the rebate. Okay, so 0, 9 minus 8 is 1, 8 minus nothing, 1 minus nothing. We're cutting it very close right there, but we can see $1,810 would be our Sony at discount 1. So let's write that right here so we keep our numbers in an organized fashion. Okay, so now we're going to apply the same discount to our Samsung TV. So again, we have 10% off, so we're going to make a percent bar. Let's make it right here. We're starting with 0% all the way to 100% on our bar. And for the Samsung, we had $2,300 as our original price. And we are going to get that same 10% discount off. So we want to mark that because that's going to be our discount. And we want to know how much money will we save. So if its price is $2,300 originally at 100%, what could be the discount amount in dollars for 10%? Let's set up our proportion. X over 10 should equal 2,300 over 100. We have a very similar situation as we did above. We can look at this and we can see that we can divide both of them by 100 and get 23. Or we can see the relationship, 100 times 23 would give us 2,300. So 10 times 23 gives us 230. Right? So X equals 230. And we can also see it right here. If we take this 0 and we divide both of them by 10, there's many ways. These numbers are very pretty to work with. If I divided 2,300 by 10 and divided 100 by 10, we would end up with 230 over 10. And so we can see that X should be 230. So now that we know that the savings is going to be $230, we can apply that. So we know that our original price is $2,300 and we are going to save $230 with our 10% coupon savings. That will leave us with regroup 7 and 2. So $2,070, but we still have that $80 rebate, same rebate, minus $80 rebate, and we subtract 0, 7 minus 8, we can't, we're going to have to regroup. 17 minus 8 is 9. So $1,990 for the Samsung and our first discount. So I'm going to write that right here. 1,990. Now let's take a look at this and analyze it, because since we are applying the same exact discount to a higher priced item, then it makes sense that we would still be paying a higher price. Okay, so the Sony was originally less than the Samsung, and if we apply the same discount to both of them, then the savings or the sale price for the Sony will also be less than that of the Samsung. So now, with that being said, and we know we already got 1,990, I'm still going to check the Sony and discount too. So let's go ahead and start with our percent bar. And remember, let's go back and label this one because I want to make sure that we knew this was the Samsung with discount 1. And now we're doing our Sony with discount 2. And discount 2 is 8% off. And remember that in our percentage, we always have 0 at the beginning of our percent bar and 100 all the way at the end of our percent bar. So in dollar amounts, we have $0 and our original price of that Sony TV, which was $2,100. We have $2,100 as our price for 100% of the original price. And what we want to know is what would be the dollar amount for 8% off. So let's set a proportion. X over 8 equals 2,100 over 100. Once again, I'm going to use the exact same relationship that I had already found. So times 21. And so I'm going to do 8 times 21 to figure out what X equals to. So X equals $168. So that means we're going to save with our coupon of 8%, $168. Now let's take a look. This is our Sony, and so we have our other Sony price over here. Let's work up here. So we start with our original price of $2,100, and we're going to subtract our percent discount, which came out to $168 for 8%. So that is for our 8% discount. Let's go ahead and subtract that. 0 minus 8, I cannot. So I'm going to borrow, and I have to borrow all the way from this 1. So that'll become, and this will become 9. And this will become 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. We cannot do 0 minus 1, so we borrow again and regroup. So 1,932, and we still have a rebate of $120 to apply. So we're going to subtract another $100 and $120. That is for the rebate. And let's see what our final price will be here. 2 minus 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. And 1 minus nothing. So look at that. When we look at and compare the two Sony prices, discount 1 is 1,810. Discount 2 is 1,812. Okay, and I am not going to do Samsung at discount 2 because remember what we talked about. Since I know that the same exact discount is being applied to a higher priced item, then I know the sale price will also be higher than 1,990. However, let's take a look at our question. Which brand and discount did Esteban choose if he paid $1,990? Do we already have the one that gave us $1,990? Yes, we do. And I just wanted to show the Sony at the other price, and we could do the Samsung. To save space here, we're going to look at our answer and say B already gave us $1,990. And the correct answer would be B.